Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jennifer Abreu.
And I'm John Adams. As people are allowed to be out and about again in downtown Springfield next week, some businesses will have to sit and wait until they can reopen their doors to customers. Venue
spaces are still locked down. A gathering ban of more than 15 people will continue until the end of May. Our Bailey Stroll spoke with local owners in the entertainment industry about how new orders here in Greene County will affect how they can do business.
Venues like the Old Glass Place in Springfield are treading lightly when it comes to scheduling events, not knowing when or how they can reopen. Roger Malarkey says he still has weddings booked for early June.
If we do a wedding reception, how are we going to keep guests 6 feet away from each other on the dance floor? But there is the concern of where are some of the guests coming from? Are they coming from highly impacted areas? And they thought, ooh, we're well, they felt well, but then we find out later that they weren't well.
Meanwhile, the Blue Room Comedy Club just next door is waiting to hear when folks will be able to take the stage once again.
I was so excited when the governor said, May 4th, everybody's open. And then because of these restrictions, it's like, well, we can't do that now. So as soon as they lift the gate, we're going to open our doors for people to come in here and laugh. And we'll probably won't look at starting shows until July.
And even closer by, Billiards has been doing carry-out and delivery options during the stay-at-home order, but now their bar and pool tables will still have to sit empty until the next phase of reopening.
We respect that being the goal of the guidelines. However, not giving us the opportunity to follow through with our end and do what we can, it hurt a little bit.
Owners say it's hard to tell how much business they will get when they can fully open, but are still hoping for high demand come June.
There's a certain social aspect that everybody's lacking, not just pool.
Are they going to get off Netflix and YouTube and go outside of their house and shake hands and laugh together at a small table just like this? That's what we're curious about.
The first event we have, we don't think we're ever going home because no one's going to want to go home. It's going to be an all-night party.
That was Bailey Stroh reporting. Now, all three owners say despite some frustration and confusion about the new orders, they agree with the city that their venues could be dangerous if they were to be open for large gatherings.
As we get closer to reopening the Ozarks, gyms in Greene County will now be allowed to open on Monday, but fitness classes still will not be in session. Gyms like Royal Barbell and Fitness downtown are ready to reopen on Monday. Owner Peyton Stringer says they will focus on social distancing and disinfecting equipment. Meanwhile, My Hot Yoga co-owners Alicia Epps and Amanda Steele say they have been closed for over a month, and that will continue until at least the end of May, something they're frustrated with.
I think it was a bit of a shock to know that gyms were going to be open, but yoga studios and fitness centers not so much, and classes specifically. It's just been a very frustrating and heartbreaking situation to have to close our doors for 6 weeks. And so to know that we're going to have to go an additional, X amount of weeks before we can open, is really a damper on our business.
My Hot Yoga has been providing virtual classes for their members during this pandemic.
Making local news, a 19-year-old from Springfield died in a shooting, and police say it was an accident. Tyree Crenshaw was shot just before midnight. It happened at a house on North Jefferson Avenue. Officers arrested two men, one for suspicion of second-degree involuntary manslaughter and the other for tampering. Those men have not been officially charged, so we are not naming them. We've confirmed Crenshaw and the men who were arrested were either student athletes or former students at Evangel University. We spoke to someone who said they were on the scene when this happened, and they said Crenshaw and the others were outside handling the gun when it went off. Police are still investigating and are asking anyone with information about what happened to call them.
In political news tonight, Missouri voters could be asked this year to decide if the state's Medicaid program should be expanded. The group Healthcare for Missouri submitted a truckload of petition signatures to the Secretary of State's office this afternoon. Their hope is to put the measure on the November ballot. They say expansion will save the state money by lifting low-income individuals out of poverty and producing better health outcomes. Opponents say expansion will result in additional costs for taxpayers. Governor Parson weighed in on the topic today, saying now is not the time.
I don't think it's a time to be expanding anything in the state of Missouri right now. I'm telling you, we're going to have challenges going into 2021 for sure when it comes to just meeting the budget with what we currently have. But there's absolutely not going to be any extra money whatsoever. As a matter of fact, we're going to have to make some tough decisions in the near future, just to even think about balancing a budget.
Around the Ozarks, voting in Taney County will look a little different when voters head to the polls 1 month from tomorrow. The number of polling places will be cut down to 7 across Taney County, and every voter will be filling out their ballots from inside their vehicles. County officials made this decision to keep poll workers and voters safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. Voters will need to bring their IDs to show election judges from their car. Poll workers will manually enter that information instead of scanning it like they have before.
Well, new at 9 tonight, if you ever get stopped speeding, you better have your best excuse prepared, right? Well, yesterday in Camden County, one woman did. Deputies Jason Sylvester and Bailey Denny with the Camden County Sheriff's Office were involved in that traffic stop, and they say what happened next was surreal, even calling it life-changing in one of their best moments as deputies. Our David Chazanoff weighs in. David?
Yeah, John. Well, instead of delivering a speeding ticket, Deputy Jason Sylvester and Deputy Bailey delivered something else.
Can you have medical respond to my location? I do have a female past 40 weeks pregnant, stating that she is currently pushing.
Copy on 9 request medical 40-week pregnant female pushing.
Copy. Show ahead breaching at this time 10:57. Copy.
And it's a girl, and she's healthy. Deputy Sylvester and Deputy Bailey helped deliver the baby on the side of the road. No masks or gloves were worn during the delivery. Sylvester says it would be hard to deliver a baby 6 feet apart. He says the mother was excellent, but the father was so nervous he basically walked a mile pacing in circles. Sylvester has 3 kids himself and says this is his favorite moment of his entire career. The family was sent to Lake Regional Hospital in Osage Beach afterwards, where the deputies caught up with the mom and baby.
A few hours after the baby was born and they were at the hospital, Deputy Bailey and I went to the hospital and were able to visit with mom for a couple minutes. They thanked us for, being there and helping them and keeping them calm.
And we couldn't get a hold of the family, but we did get to hear from Deputy Bailey Denny, and she says, yesterday reminded me that all the hard work and long hours through the academy made it all worth it. Getting to bring a new life into this world was such an amazing experience, and I'm very blessed that I could be there and help the family when in need.
All right, David, thank you. Great story. This story is also positively Ozarks. The Hillbilly Smokers have been handing out free food for a few weeks now, and they were out again today for their 4th and final handout. More than 2,000 people enjoyed a good meal. This all happened at Rutledge Wilson Farm Park. Paul Allen is one of the co-founders of Hillbilly Smokers, and he also owns a restaurant, so he says this could be the last giveaway event. He says this experience has led him to start a nonprofit that aims to feed even more people.
This experience has really opened up my heart to something new that I didn't know existed inside there. I've always wanted to help people, so I will continue down this path of helping people out, and we're actually starting a 501c, and it's going to be called Eat Real Food, and we will continue to carry on.
Flat Creek Restaurant, one of the organizations involved, will be carrying on this tradition, cooking burgers next week for Elevate Branson.
Well, time to touch base with Beth once again. You couldn't have asked for a much better day here for the first day of May.
I mean, it was beautiful. Temperatures in the 80s, sunshine. We had a few clouds later in the afternoon. Didn't bring any shower chances. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. Temperatures back up in the 80s. It is going to feel a little humid out there, and I've got some storm chances to talk about for the end of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. We'll do more on that right after the break. Don't go anywhere.